Just like call them up and be like, listen, lights Monarch. What's the first thing that comes to your mind?
That's exactly how I'm going to tell him. So ask him like, hey. What is up, BVB Army? Welcome back to our channel, BVB Army Hearts to Hearts. I'm Ruth.
What up? It's little Nikki.
Sorry.
And I'm Casey. Nice to meet you.
Yes, hi guys. We have a wonderful guest with us today in today's episode. We have our awesome friend here from the Army, Casey, from right here. So, woo! Welcome, Casey, guys.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on. First of all, we appreciate it, and we are excited to talk to you and get to know you more, and obviously about your podcast. So,
of course. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
So for people who are just listening or tuning in, can you describe your podcast real quickly?
Yes, of course. My podcast, I just kind of ramble, yap, if you will, about some of my favorite things, passions that I have, mostly regarding music, but I tend to go into sports or video games and stuff like that too. Big topic has been Black Veil, especially recently, because their new Vindicate album, the right around the corner. So yeah, it's nice to be able to have an outlet to be able to just share a passion and have other people, share in said passion too.
Yeah, we will just dive on into the questions. So our very first question is, what inspired you to start your podcast that, centers around music, as recently as you said, BVB and like other things from the pop culture universe and stuff?
Well, luckily I wrote down some, so I wasn't completely lost, but to be honest, like my inspiration to start the podcast up was kind of from The Basement Yard, Joe Santagato. It's a different podcast, more of a comedy podcast. I don't know if anyone knows. I'm sure they're pretty big, but when he first started, I kind of watched at the beginning and it really inspired me to be just wanting to give it a shot, since I figured it would be the easiest to just kind of get into the world of creating or just content, I guess, of some sort. But always been very shy, kind of nervous, and it was a good push to get started. And the whole reason it's kind of centered around these things is because it is my passion. I have so much inspiration from especially Black Veil Brides to 21 Pilots and other artists, all ones that have been very inspirational to me. And because of that, I wanted to share it and be able to get more comfortable just in front of not only a camera, but my voice, and not overthink things. Hopefully that answered the question. I kind of rambled, but my bad.
No, you're good.
Answers it perfectly. Actually, how do you balance fan content with broader pop culture conversations?
I haven't found the greatest balance yet, because to be honest, I haven't wanted to come off too disingenuous or unauthentic when it comes down to what I like. So I try my best to have some sort of balance, but I haven't found the perfect kind of balance yet. Still a work in progress, to say the least.
Hey, we've been there. It's all about trial and error. We get it completely. What has been your most rewarding part of hosting or starting your podcast so far?
So far, with starting the podcast, the most rewarding part I could honestly say is just being able to feel more confident. The growth that I've personally seen within myself, and being able to share some of myself with a community that I've always kind of watched more so from afar, especially with Black Veil or other fandoms. So just never felt worthy of that in some sense. So being able to feel more worthy and more comfortable, more confident, it's really been the biggest thing that has come from making my podcast. And I mean, now I get to talk to you guys, so that's awesome. And I hope that something like that continues, because it's just a lot of fun to just share. And life's too short, so why not?
See, I totally understand the challenge of wanting to be yourself and growing the podcast and everything, because I feel that me personally, I can't speak for Ruth, but I am a huge introvert. So even though we've done this for 4 years, I feel I'm still sheltering myself and haven't fully let myself come out. So I feel you on that. I'm definitely trying as well.
Glad to know I'm not alone.
Yeah, 100% no.
I mean, I'm her BFF, so I see a different side of her.
You see it off-site.
Of course.
I see the gremlin Nicole, let's just face it. But just from I do listen to your podcast when you do upload, and I just have to say I don't know if this is a weird thing to say, but your voice is a very good podcast voice. I'm just
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's like
I
I can listen,
appreciate that.
I listen to it a lot when I'm at work prepping and stuff. I'm like, okay, I can dig this. I like his voice, so
Almost, it's very calming, soothing.
yeah.
Thank you. I've actually gotten that from a couple people that I know personally, not so much like through the podcast, but just saying like, you have a voice for that, or like
You do.
listening to you is just kind of yeah, relaxing, calming, and it's always nice to hear. So thank you.
So where do you see your podcast going within the next year?
Within the next year is a little bit tough because honestly, I'd love to see my podcast get to the point where like I can have more of these kinds of conversations with people, be it other fans or just fans of myself, if that ever comes to be. But the biggest thing would be able to talk to the people that have inspired me
Mhm.
and kind of pick their brains of like what got them to start and maybe some other personal questions. Haven't really dived super deep in it, but I know that's not super realistic for just a year. I guess it could be, but just more growth, being able to make the podcast shine more than it has and put more effort into it. So I'm hoping that it can grow, of course, long story short, but it would be awesome to get to the point where I can talk to all of these artists that really inspired me and have been a very big focal point of my life with their own art. So
I think it's safe to say that maybe I could be wrong on this, but is one of like the first artists hoping to have on Black Veil Brides, of course.
that would be insane. They've been my favorite. Like they're really what shot me into having a passion for music.
Yeah,
So
I feel you on that.
realistically, like growing up, completely different. Like I grew up with country music,
No.
and so it's very different vibe. But once I found Black Veil myself, it yeah, just opened up the gate of so much, and that's really what just ignited it. So
Hmm.
they
Well,
would be a wicked first guest, you know.
well, that is a good way to transition. Like, how did you discover Black Veil Brides then?
Oh boy. Kind of in a sketchy way, not gonna lie. And I
Okay.
say that by I don't know if you know what Omegle is.
Oh my God.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh wow.
that's I haven't heard that word in a few. It's been a minute.
Yes, which nobody should ever hear those words, but it's fine. Yeah, I found it through Omegle. I think I remember it was like the summer of 2014, just, going through school, in summer break anyways. And I ended up going on Omegle and typing in just Canada because I didn't have a webcam on my laptop, so it just had to be the chat function of it. Yeah, within doing that, I met somebody that is vaguely like far away, Winnipeg to Alberta, very vast difference, or distance rather. But yeah, no, it kind of went from there. It was some random person that we ended up giving each other our kicks, if that is familiar. KIK kick, like a little messaging app. But regardless,
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yeah. So she video chatted me on Skype, throwing out all these old things that are probably dead now. But
God, what
Yes.
happened? Technology. Wow. Yeah, you're bringing in all the old.
aging myself, my bad. I swear I'm not that old. But yeah, no, it we video chatted and she showed me some of her favorite bands, and one being Avenged Sevenfold, which I hadn't experienced before, but the main one and her favorite was Black Veil. And I was curious to see what they were about because, again, brand new to this world of rock and roll music, pretty much. And aside from what my parents showed me, that was more classic rock than anything like this. But yeah, had me on video chat and got me to watch the Perfect Weapon music video. So that was my first experience with finding Black Veil and the Outcasts intro, like Andy's grandfather, into the big scream, and all the leather and studs, of course. Can't forget that, very integral in makeup. But yeah, it was such a vastly different world for me that when I first heard it, I was like, that was a lot. That was such like an eye-opening, like, whoa. Because I do come from small town, very rural, closed-minded area, unfortunately. Glad I'm not kind of in that anymore. I've found myself and grown. But when it comes to Black Veil, I didn't actually like their song when I first heard it. Like, I didn't love it. It wasn't until like a couple days after, maybe a week, that something was in my brain, and I'm like, what was that song? what was that band? I need to just experience it again. And I went through YouTube history, found it, and yeah, rest was history. Because from that moment on, I was like, well, I don't know what I was thinking. This is great. And it just kind of snowballed from there completely.
Yeah. I was gonna say, we've all been there, I feel like, with bands where you listen to a song and you're like, nope. But then you're just like, wait a minute, everyone's
Yeah.
talking
Hmm.
about them or I'm seeing more things. So you go back and listen and you're like, yeah, why did I not like this song or why did I not like this band?
100%.
I mean, that was me with
Especially with
Knives
Black Veil. Wild.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Oh, that was just me with Knives and Pens. It was like one of my high school boyfriends was like pushing rock with me because I wasn't really into it. Like I knew like the classics, but not like all like Avenged Sevenfold, Bullet for My Valentine, obviously My Chemical Romance and stuff.
Oh,
So like he was like throwing all these bands, and I'm like, no, no, no. And then he finally posted the Knives and Pens music video on Facebook. I'm like, okay, I'll click it just so that way he doesn't annoy me at school. Yeah, the rest was history, as you said.
as it should be. Black Veil is definitely worth it.
Well, and I have to say, out of everyone that we've had on to share, their story of how they discovered Black Veil Brides, yours is probably my favorite because while most
Thank you.
people are always like, it's always like with friends or they discover it on their own. But I love that yours was long distance and the fact that you brought up all the nostalgic ways. Like, okay, you keep
Omegle,
calling it
King,
Omegle. I call
Guide.
it Omegle. I was
Well, it
always
might
saying it wrong.
Omegle. Omegle.
potato.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So now I must know, what is your like all-time favorite Black Veil Bride song?
This I was actually trying to think of it because it's so hard to just pick one. Um, One that I always find myself going back to for personal reasons, for how much it just kind of inspired me and helped me from Black Veil Brides would be Lost It All, which
Oh,
I know is very popular amongst a lot of fans. It's hard to pick just one, but I'd have to say if it was like Desert Island kind of thing, you only get one song, I guess it would have to be that one just because of how much it has truly inspired me and to be able to see that live, which I did once, absolutely insane. I was a mess. Like so much a mess. My buddy that came with me, he took my phone and he's there, let me record it because I
aw.
was shaking. I was like, I can't. So
Perfect
gotta
for a
have
desert
friends,
island
you know.
song. Yeah, oh
Pardon
yeah.
me?
I was saying perfect for a desert island song because you'll need that inspiration to get off the island. So
100%. I mean, it might be better to get one that like tells you how to make a raft. I don't know if
oh
songs like that
no.
exist, but
Okay, that's fair. That is fair. Okay, so we did songs, so now let's go into albums. Which one is your favorite album so far? We can't say Vindicate right now because it's not fully released.
not out yet. Yes. Well, my favorite work of theirs isn't necessarily an album, but if I had to pick an album, I will say it has been since it came out, which isn't necessarily the most common one to hear, but Black Veil Bride's self-titled, like the BVB4.
Yeah.
Yes, love that.
Yeah.
Yes. But for my favorite like work they've ever done, definitely the Morning EP.
Ooh.
That like start to finish. I know it's only four songs, which sucks. I wish we could have gotten more if like the Phantom Tomorrow 2 didn't get canned and all that nonsense with Sumerian, but
Yeah.
what we got was fantastic and in my opinion the best work they've ever put out until maybe this coming album. We'll see. These singles have been very good, but I just love the vibe of the songs on the morning. Like they're very emotional and kind of very specific in a sense. Ones that I really resonated with. So
I would say you could totally say the EP is like your favorite out of all.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
'cause
so, like,
EPs,
yeah,
like albums, they're just like short
mini
albums.
albums, like yeah, like they have what? They
I
have
just wish there was more.
I
Uh,
know.
I feel the same with the Nights. That's just me though. I love the Nights.
Uh,
And that only had two songs. So.
That's only a duology. What
yeah.
happened to those? Where did those go?
I don't know. The Purple Era, it was short, but it was welcome and appreciated.
Oh yeah, I remember when those music videos dropped. I was like, "What?" Or at least like for Saints of the Blood, sitting
Yeah.
on my floor, just perched up, friends all around me, like, "We have to watch this."
Love that.
Safe to say, Vindicate is going to replace all of that. So for I think all of it,
Possible. I mean, come on.
We'll
it
see.
might replace mine.
Ooh,
I think
so
it's very much going to be just their most like authentic selves. Like that's
cool.
what it's been so far. So,
Mhm.
No, yeah,
which
I
is great.
it's just, oh my God, all those lucky ducklings for the listening party in LA in the 24th
Right?
year. I'm
Uh,
just like, in
yes.
the exhibition with Richard Villa, and I'm sure Richard Villa's gonna have some works that he's I'm so jealous.
Like some artwork we haven't seen for this era kind of
I
thing. Like, oh,
swear to God, if that is that, I'm just gonna, yeah, okay, well,
maybe different concepts for what Vindicate's album was gonna look like because I'm sure they had to
uh
pick through, like they
tell me
had to
that.
sift through them, right? Like it wasn't
I
just
want
one and
more
done.
artwork of his beautiful The Bride that's on Vindicate. I want more of
Oh,
that.
yes, because she's
Yeah.
sick, like absolutely wicked.
So, what has been your favorite memory when it comes to Black Veil Brides?
My favorite memory, I would have to say, probably seeing them live for the first time. Like, obviously, there's a lot that they've done for me in my life, or at least helped me push through.
Mhm.
But being able to see them live for the first time is the Trinity of Terror tour. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see them any time sooner because the time that they did come by was the Black Mass tour.
Was it the
Um,
first leg of the Trinity of Terror? I can't remember the date.
First leg, yeah.
Okay.
It was with Lilith Czar,
Yeah.
Ice Nine Kills, Motionless, and Black Veil, of course. Yeah, the first time seeing them, I got to go to both shows that were near enough. One was like 6.5 hours away, but that's fine. Got to see both of them,
Worth it.
and just the actual memories of being able to make it to the barricade and have a moment with the band members. Like, I know people always say, "Oh, he made eye contact with me or whatever," but like having that and actually like singing along with an artist like Andy or singing along even like Jake looking down and just like, hell
Yeah.
yeah. Those moments are so impactful for someone that's looked up to these people for so long. And I know they're just obviously regular dudes, but with their art, like it just has meant so much to me that it's just been amazing to be able to re-experience that in a live setting from that moment and forward, like even into the tour they did with VV.
Well, I hope you get to experience a lot more Black Veil Bride concerts and
Yeah.
hopefully maybe even get
Hope
VIP
so too.
too.
Yes, I have gotten VIP before.
Yay!
So I've met them. And
Okay.
actually, my first time meeting Andy was the homecoming tour, Curtain Call for Andy Black.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes,
How was that experience?
it was amazing, though I was incredibly nervous. I was a lot younger than I am now. I think I was maybe just 18, maybe 17. But when I got to meet him, I was, I think, third or fourth in line. And I walked up to him and just kind of froze and was like, "Oh my God, you're real." And put his hand out, "Sure am," shook it. "How you doing?" So that was a really surreal moment. And it's one that I look back on and just kind of chuckle about because of how silly it sounds. But
Aw.
since then, yeah, I've been able to meet them at least a couple times, and every time is worth it. I always make sure to do it at least once for one of the shows that I'm able to go to. So
Are they by chance going out near you for this
Yeah.
tour?
I was just gonna ask.
unfortunately, not.
Oh.
They would need to come to Alberta because I
Okay.
think they're just going to the classic Canada, which is like Toronto and Montreal.
Yeah, I think I
So
saw that. Yeah. We have another friend who lives in Canada too, and so she experienced the same pain. Like, they're coming here, but I'm over here. So,
I'm so sorry. I hope that they like do like another. I guess I know they're doing like a European tour and all of that, but hopefully like they do like another just
Canada tour.
tour, Canada tour, yeah, and go out
yeah,
towards you, like your area.
Yeah.
that would be sweet. I'm hoping for it, but I'm not gonna cry over it. Obviously, if they come here, that'll be amazing. I'll be sure to
Yeah.
go. And but if they don't, I'll still enjoy it through the TikTok or YouTube
Mhm.
or whatever. People that are in the fandom posting videos and stuff. So at least I'm not missing out completely.
No, yeah. Okay, so how has Black Veil Brides impacted your life? We know that this can be a deep question, so feel free to share how much you want to.
Yeah, it is a very deep question, a loaded question, but Black Veil has impacted my life for the better in every way. As I mentioned, when I first found them, I didn't really have much of a passion for music, aside from like, I like to sing, which was always something that I would do in the vehicles going to and from places. But with Black Veil Brides and showing me this kind of new world of expression, and not just the music itself, but the conversations outside of it, especially with how introspective Andy would always be, and kind of talking for the outcasts, which is kind of how I felt being where I grew up and whatnot. And it was something that I just can't help but be thankful for with their art and their music. Truly, their art has helped me through a lot. Definitely have had my fair share of mental health struggles all throughout life, and their music has really been the focal point. I know I have a lot of other bands like on my podcast I'll talk about that have helped me all the same. But again, with Black Veil being the first and the most prominent, and with Andy and the rest of the band members kind of becoming my personal heroes to an extent, especially when I was in that young age, growing up in such a time. It was definitely something that I can't be anything but thankful for. And I'm so glad that I'm still able to be hearing them because I know that they've had their fair share of times where they almost weren't a band anymore, or I'm sure they'd all still do music to some extent, but when they're together is when they really create these pieces of art that really just speak more to me than much other music does, from many different aspects. And just being able to feel not alone and have kind of a community, be it through the BVB Army or just with one-on-one with the music, like it's very important and it has impacted me incredibly like throughout my entire life. So, and I hope that it still does because it's actually pushed me to want to create myself. And I mean, again, that's why I started with this podcast to try to get more comfortable with everything. So
I just want to real quick say I'm really happy to hear how they've impacted your life because I can 100% relate to your experience of not having like a passion for music before finding Black Veil Brides. Like I have not met another fan that has like shared that same experience as me. So it's really nice to like meet a fellow member in the BVB Army who has kind of experienced that same thing. And I just want to point out, I also grew up in rural redneck country. So I completely understand like the just sticking out like a sore thumb and having everyone stare at you. So I just love your answer. I can 100% relate to you on everything.
thank you. Thank you for that.
I will say this again, like I think you word that very beautifully about because I know other fans feel the same way. A lot of fans do have their challenging ways with mental health issues too, like we do too and stuff. So I think how you just word that is just beautifully done. So
Thank you. Yeah, they've always been such like I don't know, like a voice
yeah.
for everybody that feels so kind of out of place in life. And I love that they've never lost that because it's authentic. It's actually how they feel. Like,
Yeah.
and it shows through everything that they do. So
It does. For me, it's every time that I read about it or just listen to their new music, or even at times when I do get a chance on Patreon, watch the Andy show. I'm so behind, but it's
me
just
too,
like
me too.
it's bad. But I'm just like, it's almost like an escape route, another
Mhm.
gateway just to escape reality, honestly. I'm tired of being an adult. Sometimes I just want to escape being an adult.
Oh, tell me about it. Yes.
That'll take us back.
I know.
So, how has your experience been with the BVB Army?
It's been good. I haven't really had any like bad experiences by any means. I haven't had many, to say the least. Usually, when I would kind of go into it, it would be more so through like the Black Veil Facebook, like when that was first kind of created, the fan
Yeah.
page on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because I was a part of that like right away. And I don't know if anyone remembers, but they used to have like cards, like BVB
Yes.
Army cards. I don't
Yeah.
have any on me. I don't know where they went, but I vividly remember begging my mom for one of those. But yeah, the BVB Army, I gotta say it's been good because just searching through the stuff, seeing again how creative everyone
Hmm.
is, like the ones that do feel comfortable to share, and even the ones that just might not feel fully comfortable, but they put it out there anyways. That's always been again inspiring that this art has inspired them to do so, and it's nice. It's nice to have a community that, yes, every single community might have its toxic parts or moments,
Yeah.
but overall, I haven't seen much of it and I haven't ever partaken in any of it. So it's been a good time. So I'm happy
Good.
to be a part of the BBB Army and have been for, well, I guess since, yeah, summer of 2014 when I first found them. So
It's a good part about social platforms now because even if you're not a part of like the BVB Army group itself, if you just put yourself out there and you post something about Black Veil Brides, The fans, they
We'll
flood in,
find
they
you.
find you.
Oh, yeah.
There is
Oh, yeah.
one member in the army who always finds people, and I'm sure you have an idea who I'm talking about.
I think I know
Chris
exactly
Beersack.
who you're talking about. Yeah.
Chris Beersack. I mean, like, honestly, if I'm going to be forward, it was Chris who actually told us about your podcast and stuff.
Mhm.
Like, he mentioned it and stuff. Like, he kept mentioning it. So I'm like, you know what? Okay. I'm gonna sit down, look up this. Oh, okay, I like this podcast. Okay, continue on. Let me see your point of view of this stuff of Blackville Bride. So,
Awesome. Well, yes, of course. Thank you, Chris. I'm sure he's watching, so hopefully he's having a good day. But yeah, he is most certainly as much as I would like to say I love Black Veil, but he loves them. Obviously, Andy is a big focal point of why, but yeah, he's been somebody that always I follow him, so that's how I see a lot of the BVB Army stuff, right? Because he shares
mhm.
pretty much everything. So
He's the
it's lovely.
encyclopedia of Blackville
Mhm.
Bride, I swear.
Oh yeah. If you have a question, ask him. He probably knows.
He probably knows.
Yeah.
Out
He's
of
their number one fan.
Oh
100%.
yeah.
Out of curiosity, I mean, because like for at least Nicole and I, it was a kind of like a surreal moment when we discovered, oh, that is actually Chris Biersack talking to us. Like when he discovered you, did you have to double take it? Like, wait, is this actually Chris Biersack, like Andy's dad? So,
100%. Yes. I just to be straight up honest about it, because I was like, wait, I remember because I followed him, obviously. I was like, is this actually his comment? Like, I think I first seen it on YouTube since I have posts up there. And yeah, it definitely was a surreal moment to get that and then to subsequently like have him comment
yeah.
and actually partake in like if I didn't know something fully, he would give that information and push for me to even talk to you guys. Like you got to get on the podcast. So of course I'm glad to finally be here because it has been a while. I think like maybe half a year or so since we first ever
Yeah.
like got in touch, but
hmm
long time coming. Here we are.
We did it, Chris!
Woo. I know. Now, I can't lie. I would love to see Chris come on your podcast.
Ooh, yes.
Yes. That
Yes.
has been actually something that he mentioned once. I haven't really brought it up because I don't want to be pushy or anything, but he did mention that
Bring it up.
we
He doesn't
should have a
mind.
talk. He doesn't mind. But keep that in
No,
mind.
no, but he's such a sweetheart, and if it does happen, I'm excited for you. So,
Thank you. I hope so. And it probably will, to be honest. He listens to me every week, so at least that's what he says. So, of course, probably more chance that he does than not.
mhm.
Mhm. Look forward to it.
This is just kind of like I guess our last question. So our last questions, honestly, if you have any questions for us, does not have to be BVB related whatsoever.
Well, I was trying to think of something, and I guess my mind kind of just kept going to with doing the BVB Army Hearts to Hearts.
hmm
I was just kind of curious how that has impacted your own personal lives and like what you're most proud of from it.
For me, well, obviously, long story short, if you do not know this, we started this podcast 4 years ago. It was Papa Chris's idea. He reached out to me, and then he also reached out to Nicole, and we just kind of planned it and stuff. Honestly, I've told Nicole this, and I told other close friends this. Like this podcast, I look forward to every week because it is like a therapy for me. Because life in the world right now in the United States is kind of crazy and stuff, which I don't want to deal with or look at the news. So I look forward to this and just again about the passion and stuff because I feel like all BVB fans are kind of like we're the only ones in our little small town or city that likes Blackville Brides and stuff. And actually, there's so many fans out there. So to have my friend Nicole and I just talk about nonstop Blackfoot Brides. It's like really cool because I have someone to talk about that and like push the amazing news to other fans who may not know about them or didn't know these little details. And also, it has saved me a lot from my mental issues, mental health and stuff. Because like there have been times where I was very low in my life, and this was a good distraction to just kind of distract my brain and stuff. And I mean, I think it's helped me with my self confidence a lot because I was a bit of an introvert here and there, and so I didn't really want to talk, even though I'm a teacher, which is weird. So it's just like, I don't know. It was just really cool. And then the fact that I could actually talk to these amazing guests we have on, like, for example, Andy. Yeah, words actually came out of my mouth when I talked to him. So but I think that was like one of the coolest things is just like seeing all these, bring the army closer, talent showing the army, like, we're here. This is a safe haven. Let's just like talk about BVB. We need to talk about theories or like concepts or anything, let's do it. So
I think for me, it's kind of relatively the same. Like, I've always wanted to just have a I always just want to talk about Black Veil Brides all the time. In high school, I didn't have any friends that liked Black Veil Brides. It was just my husband. So we would discuss Black Veil Bride things, but sometimes you kind of want to be able to get like an outsider opinion, someone who might not be so close to you or whatnot. So it was kind of one of those things to be able to have a platform where we can discuss Black Veil Brides and we can connect with other people, I think was just absolutely meaningful to me. And it's impacted me in ways where I am still hugely introverted. So it definitely takes me outside my comfort zone where I talk to, special guests such as yourself that comes on, and I am super nervous because I'm socially awkward. I don't do well talking with other people. So I don't even, Ruth's my best friend, and I still struggle to form words with her because I'm like, oh gosh, she's going to think I'm stupid for saying this. And it's really all just anxiety in my head. So it's like a weekly challenge for me every single weekend where it's okay. Can I be much better than I was last weekend? I think I always fail, but
no, you do not. You always say this, and I'm like, maybe it's just me, but I'm like,
uh, I'm too
Everyone's
hard
their
on
own
myself.
harshest. Yes, everyone's their own harshest critic,
yeah,
right? So
yeah, that's very true.
Exactly.
I love your answers. Thank you.
Yeah, real quick, this is like a really weird side note, but I wanted to know like the inspiration behind the name Lights Monarch.
Ah, so it's actually not anything to do with Black Veil. It I don't know, are you guys familiar with something called Kingdom Hearts? It's a video
Oh
game
my
series.
God, yes.
Yep.
My best friend since
Yeah,
kindergarten is obsessed with that game.
as they should be. Um, yeah, Kingdom Hearts is one of my absolute favorite things. Like if I had a tier list, it'd be up there with Black Veil and music in general, for how much it has inspired me as well with its story and everything. But not to go on a tangent about Kingdom Hearts, not the place or time. But for Lights Monarch specifically, there was a video game or a mobile game called Unchained Key. Union Cross Dark Road is what it was eventually rebranded to. But within that game, you're able to have a faction and your own little party for your friends. And I made my own. And as you level up and gain, progress through the story, you unlock these title cards, and you're able to have two of them. So eventually, I was just trying to find one that I liked, and the first one was Lights, and the other one was Monarch, and that's kind of from that point, I'm like, damn, I like that, and it just stuck so much, like right in my brain, that it's been something that's kind of evolved from just a Kingdom Hearts thing to where like I have concepts of like a storyline behind what Lights Monarch is, and like all these things that are just brewing in my brain with the name. But that's kind of what originally brought it to be, or else I probably wouldn't have thought of it.
Interesting.
Wow. I love that. So I would say Kingdom Hearts is definitely like a childhood video game for you for sure.
Oh yeah, favorite video game from a kid. It wasn't my first ever. That one has to go to like Pokemon Yellow. But
Yes.
yeah,
Pokemon.
Kingdom Hearts though is most certainly one that I grew up playing. Kingdom Hearts 2 was the first one I ever tried.
Oh, well, cool. Yeah, it's one of those you have to definitely be like a huge Kingdom Hearts fan to get the reference, right?
Well, now I'm
Yeah.
gonna call my
Yeah.
BFF and ask him about this and stuff, which I'm pretty sure he knows already. So, okay, I do have kind of like a bonus, silly question for you. Okay, we typically ask all special guests this question,
Oh my
and
God, I know what you're asking.
yeah, exactly right, and stuff. This question will make you think. So just heads up. So,
Okay,
all right.
okay.
So our silly question is just to kind of wrap it up. If you could have any liquids coming out of your fingers and then you can control them, any liquids, let me emphasize, any liquids, what liquids would they be?
So like the same liquid through all the fingers.
So like, no, it's
Just-
you get 5 different liquids, one for each finger.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh boy. I guess first and foremost, it's gonna sound basic, but one would have to be water,
Called
just
it.
for the simplicity of like, not just for myself, maybe
No,
other
yeah.
people as well. Some
Yeah.
plants, might
Yeah.
might see a dead plant, like you need some water. So water, of course. Chocolate milk, because hell yeah. Now this is where it gets tricky. Narrowing it down. Love me some orange juice. I'll give that.
Mm.
I'm giving all things you can drink. I don't know if there's anything else, but
You can always do like condiments too. Like, 'cause that's technically like anything that squeezes, I guess,
To be
too.
I
fair,
guess that can be considered
Andy, we
liquid-esque.
asked Andy this. We can
Yeah.
tell you his answers. He like chose barbecue sauce, honey mustard, olive oil, water, and then his favorite snow cone tiger blood syrup. So yeah.
Oh. Hmm. Downside to me, I'm not someone that really likes a lot of like sauces.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
a random thing to say and very controversial. I'm sure people will get upset. But like
I'm
salad, I don't have dressing on salad. I just eat the like a rabbit would, I guess. Like
interesting.
just vegetables. But if I had to pick any others, I suppose it would be can't go wrong with like ketchup, as gross as that sounds. I don't know how often that would come in handy, but I'll say
Okay,
that one for
catch up.
sure.
Okay.
And what, I have two more or one more?
One more.
I will have to say, oh, this is too hard. The pressure's really on. Let's go peach juice because that's
Peach
always good.
juice. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, yum.
Right?
Water, chocolate milk, OJ, peach juice, and you said ketchup.
Ketchup.
There you go. There you go.
Ketchup. That one I'm like on the fence about because it just sounds gross. So I don't know how like how that would ever come in handy, but it might one day.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you'll have friends that like need some ketchup for their fries at like a concert or something,
Right.
Or a hot dog. What else is it? Burger. People who like ketchup on eggs, which I question, but okay.
Ooh. It.
I'll say, Casey, thank you so much for just taking the time out of your day to come on our podcast and hang out with us for a bit. We greatly appreciate it. Tell us, where can fans find you on social platforms?
Of course, and thank you for having me first and foremost. You guys are very welcoming, very comforting to talk to, and any nerves I had definitely gone. But
Oh, good.
so thank you very much. And as for to find me, at Lights Monarch on there's Instagram, TikTok, Twitter or X, I guess, Facebook, pretty much everywhere. Any sort of social media and YouTube at Lights Monarch, just one word.
Beautiful. We are going to go ahead and put all of those links down in the description below. Be sure to go ahead and give them a follow on all social platforms. And if you have not yet checked out their podcast, please do. We will also put that link down in the description below. Also, for everyone that doesn't know, you can check us out on any streaming platform there is for a podcast. And we are also on Twitter, X/X, Instagram, TikTok. Go ahead and give us a follow on there. So if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe right now. Go subscribe to Lights Monarch too. We will see you next week, BVB Army.